Hi guys, it's Ken here from the Ken's Tech Tips website, and I'm here today with a very exciting product, the Samsung Galaxy S3. Now this is the successor to Samsung's Galaxy S2, which is probably one of the best-selling phones of 2011. So Samsung are hoping that they can repeat that success in 2012 with the Samsung Galaxy S3. So in this video I'm going to open up the box and show you what's inside, and then show you some of the key features of the phone, what it looks like and so on. So this phone has just been made available in the UK here. It's available in two colours. You've got Marble White, which is the one I have here, and the other colour that's available is called Pebble Blue, which is also kind of quite nice as well. So you see the phone, this is the phone itself here. You see it's kind of quite a nice size in the hand. Just to show you as a comparison side by side to the Samsung Galaxy S2. You see this is the Samsung Galaxy S2 and here's the Samsung Galaxy S3. So actually you see the two phones are very similar in size, but you notice that this one has the S3 has a larger display. So this is a 4.8 inch HD Super AMOLED display. That means you get really sharp, high quality pictures. Looks really nice, really good contrast, and large field of view as well. I'll show you the screen later. This one has a 4.3 inch. But despite the fact that the display has got a lot larger, the two phones are actually quite similar in size. And the way that Samsung have managed to do that is they've managed to reduce the bezel on the phone and filled up more of the space using the display. What else? We've got Android 4.0 ice cream sandwich in here, and that's with the Samsung TouchWiz Nature UI user interface. We have a quad-core CPU. It's clocked at 1.4 gigahertz. So essentially it's got 4 brains in that. For comparison, the S2, this is 1.2 gigahertz, and it's a dual-core processor. So you have twice as many cores on the Galaxy S3, and that means it runs really quickly. You've also got Bluetooth 4.0. That's great for connecting to other devices, for connecting it to your car or transferring files to other people. And also you've got NFC. That's near-field communication, and that means you can tap your phone on a reader to pay for something, and you can also tap your Galaxy S3 against someone else's Galaxy S3, and that's a really easy way to kind of share files and so on. So let's get rid of the plastic here, and let's just see what else is inside the box. So inside the box, you see it's actually quite a compact and small little box here. It's not a massive amount in it, but yeah, we've got a quick start guide and a warranty card. And we've got a pair of headphones. That's pretty standard for the Samsung devices. We've got a multiple part charger. So you see that it depends on the country that you're in as to what charger you get. But this is a British 3-pin charger here, and you've got a micro USB cable here as well. And then we've got some earbuds as well. And at the bottom of the box here, we have the battery. Now, one thing that's worth noting is that the battery in the Galaxy S3, well, first of all, it has the NFC chip is built into the battery. So you need to buy official batteries from Samsung. You can't use third-party batteries if you want to use NFC. But the other thing is that it has a capacity of 2,100 milliamp hours. That's a pretty large battery. I mean, the S2 has 1,650. So the battery is roughly 20% larger in capacity. Not quite as large as the Galaxy Note. That's 2,500 milliamp hours. But it's a pretty decent battery, and it will give you a day-long battery life. So let's open up the Galaxy S3. I'll show you some of the insides, and then we can put the battery in and have a look at what the phone looks like. So yeah, here's the inside. You see the battery just slots in here quite easily. Just a few other things to mention. We've got an 8 megapixel camera here with an LED flash, and then down here is the micro SIM card, the micro SIM card slot even. Now it's worth noting that with the Samsung Galaxy S2, the Galaxy S, the Galaxy Nexus, they took a full-size SIM card, whereas the S3 has moved towards taking the smaller micro SIM card. Now this is the same that's used in the iPhone 4S or the Nokia Lumia or the HTC One X, the HTC One S, the Sony Xperia S. Like, most smartphones are now moving towards these smaller SIM cards. But what you will need to do is you will need to ask your mobile operator for a replacement SIM card, or you'll need to cut one down to size in order to use it in the S3. Also, you've got a micro SD card slot up to 64 gigabytes. Now this is really useful, so you can add extra memory to your device. Micro SD is pretty cheap. You've got the 64 in here, plus up to 64 internal, and that could give you a total of 128 gigs of memory, which is absolutely tons. So we'll place the black cover, just click it into place here. Just show you around the outside device quite quickly. It's got a plastic casing, but it feels kind of quite nice. On the bottom, we've got a micro USB port, so this is for charging, connecting to your computer. You've got the power button here on the right hand side. You see it's actually kind of quite a nice little design. Samsung says it's kind of organically designed, or organic style, or something like that. You've got a volume rocker on the left hand side, and you've got a headphone slot here on the top. So you see it's actually kind of quite minimalistic as well. You can connect it to a TV through this micro USB here. Uses a technology called MHL, so you need an adapter for that. On the front, we'll turn the device on now, so you'll see it in action. But up here, you've got a 1.9 megapixel camera that goes with the 8 megapixels at the back. You've got LED notification light here on the left hand side. You've also got an RGB light sensor, and it does some clever stuff with that as well. See at the bottom of the display here, we've got a physical home button, and now we've got we've got a menu button, and we've got a back button. These are capacitive buttons, which is kind of quite nice as well. So the first thing to note about a device is the new user interface. So this has got something called Wiz Nature UI. So you see if I tap on it, see it kind of like it ripples across the screen. So this is kind of Samsung's new user interface that they're kind of trying to go with on this device. You can just unlock it in the same way as on previous devices. Let's get rid of all this stuff to the side. So yeah, I mean it's not a massive amount has changed from the previous ones in terms of the way it works. I mean it's still Android, it's still Samsung Galaxy, still works in the same way. But what I'll do in my following videos is I'll give you a quick walkthrough of some of the new key features, the smart features that Samsung have added, show you how they work, and yeah, so check out the rest of the other videos.